It was police, fire, and EMS night presented by Wheeling at Berlin Raceway. In action, the Engine Pro Super Stocks with a 40-lap special. The Budweiser Super Late Models, Sportsman, 4-cylinder, and mini wedges all were in action, and the Sportsmen were up first.
The first of two Coors Light Sportsman 20-lap feature events would see Nick Marcotte and Scott Baker lead the field to the green flag, and on that first lap, Nick Marcotte would take the lead. That was short-lived, however, as Kirk Meiser showed the way on lap number 2. He would lead until lap number 13, when defending modified track champion Josh Frye in his first start in the Coors Light Sportsman took the lead with 7 laps to go and cruised to his first feature win of the 2019 season in the Sportsman, second overall, including his modified triumph from a few weeks ago. Two-time defending track champion Brian Tomey finished in second, with Kirk Meiser coming home in third. Cole Roelofs, a good run for him, in fourth, and Austin Hull rounding out the top 5.
The Super Late Models were up next for the first of two features. Dave Zagajski and Scott Thomas both winless, and the Super Late Models started on the front row. Great side-by-side action up front till lap 11. Lee Van Dyke tags the turn 1 and 2 wall hard. He was able to drive away and get out of the car. Van Dyke, with heavy damage, would be done for the night. The rest of the night, it was all green flag racing. It was all Scott Thomas, despite some challenges from behind him from Boris Yurkovic and others. It was all Thomas and the 28-car cruise to his first feature win ever and the Super Late Models. Scott Thomas wins over Boris Yurkovic, Dave Zagajski, Tom Thomas, and Tim DeVos rounded out the top 5.
The first of two 15-lap, 4-cylinder features would see 16-year-old young lady Faye Shook starting on the front row alongside Kevin Gilhood, but it would be fifth-place starter Corey Pease showing the way in the opening lap. He would lead until lap number 9 when engine problems would eventually sideline him as Corey Holtzlander took the lead on lap number 10, and the two-time defending track champion would pick up his second feature win of the 2019 racing season. Justin Roelofs would finish in second spot with Bill Pease coming home in third. Case Roelofs from the rear of the field came home in fourth place, and Dave Avink rounding out the top 5. The Good Humor Mini Wedges 6 to 9-year-olds 15-lap feature event would see the number 142 of Tanner Greenbauer showing the way on lap number 1. That was until defending Mini Wedge 6 to 9-year-old track champion Ethan Hoekstra took the lead on lap number 2, and he cruised to his second feature in 2 starts. Lindsey Drolma finished in second with Tanner Greenbauer third, and Carter Wolf rounding out the field. In the second Good Humor Mini Wedge feature event, this time for the 10 to 14-year-olds, it was your fast qualifier, Brayden Cook, starting on the pole, and he would go on to lead all 15 laps to score his second consecutive feature win in 2 starts. Hunter Omler came home in second spot with Tyler Davis finishing in third, Elliott Davis finishing in fourth, and the number 10 of Hudson Pease rounding out the top 5.
And the Sportsmen returned to the racetrack for their second of 2 features. Nick Marcotte, Tyler Naraki would lead it from the front row. Nick Marcotte spins in front of the whole field at lap number 1. Somehow, someway, everybody got through, and no damage to any cars, and even Marcotte was able to continue. At lap number 9, though, Josh Frye, after winning the first one, came back and got past Austin Hull at lap number 9, on his way cruising to another victory until lap number 17 when Mo Davis spins it on the backstretch, setting up a battle to the end. But when it was all said and done, it was again Josh Frye, 2 for 2 on the night. He takes the second feature again. Austin Hull finishes second. Holtzlander finishes third, Veltman fourth, and Kyle Toppin rounds out the top 5.
The Engine Pro Super Stocks with a highlight of the night with a big 40-lap, $1,000 to win main event. It'll be 5-time track champion Brian Wiersma starting alongside rookie Jerry Shepard. They led the field to the green flag. Before a lap was completed, Tyler Sturgeon spins in the backstretch, causing a chain reaction pileup. Will Olmsted goes flying off the backstretch. Most of the drivers were A-OK, and the race would restart. Wiersma would take the lead and lead the first 3 laps. That was until the 44 Brian Van Zalen, your current points leader coming into the night, took the lead on lap 4. That lead was short-lived, though, as Scott Ruud would grab the lead on lap number 8. He would lead until lap number 22. On lap 23, 17-year-old Joe Moody, your Engine Pro Fast qualifier of the night, would grab the lead, and he would hold off stiff challenges from Tony Davis to score his first feature win of the 2019 racing season. Tony Davis would finish in second. Will Olmsted was third. Scott Root was fourth, and Brian Van Zalen rounded up the top 5.
And the Super Late Models were up next. Brighton's Kyle Crump would start from the front row looking for his first feature win ever. So far, so good. Crump takes off, but Lake gets loose and spins on the backstretch and collects Chris Kozlik, which piles into the turn 3 and 4 wall. Also collected in that Dave Zagajski, Brian Tillema, and others. They were able to continue, but Kozlik would be done for the evening. At lap number 23, Nate Walton, who was looking for his first feature win ever in the Super Late Models, got past Crump on lap 23, and Tom Thomas got past Crump as well for the second position. We thought Thomas might have a shot at Walton, but Walton took off. Clean air, and he cruised to his first feature win ever in the Super Late Models in the number 66. And in second, the Tomster, Tom Thomas, finished his second. Boris Yurkovic would be third, Kyle Crump fourth, and his brother Scott Thomas rounds out the top 5.
The final feature of the night on Police, Fire, and EMS Night presented by Whalen Engineering would be the second 15-lap four-cylinder feature event, and it would be the number 88 of Luke Gilhold leading the field those first 2 laps. That was until Hector Garcia Sr. took the lead on lap number 3. That was very short-lived, just 1 lap, as Justin Roelofs grabbed the lead on lap number 4. Two-time and defending track champion Corey Holtzlander started 16th in the field, worked his way up to second spot, and was all over Justin Roelofs for the remainder of the race. But in the end, Roelofs just barely beating Corey Holtzlander across the line to pick up his first feature win of the 2019 racing season. Corey Holtzlander would settle for second spot with Bill Pease coming home in third. Hector Garcia Sr. finished in fourth, and Case Roelofs rounding out the top 5.
And coming up next week at Berlin Raceway,
Memorial Day holiday weekend extravaganza as the Budweiser Super Late Models headline the night with a big 75-lap, 4,000 to win main event, the final Money in the Bank qualifier. Final opportunity for these drivers to guarantee themselves a starting spot in the 3rd annual Money in the Bank 150 presented by Primera Plastics on Monday, June 10th. But as for Memorial Day, May 25th, the Budweiser Super Late Models headline the night along with twin features for the model coverall modified, the Coors Light Sportsman, and the 4-cylinders, plus the Good Humor mini wedges are also in action. For more information, go to BerlinRaceway.com.